Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance. And this resistance video is a sponsored video being sponsored by Mary for Anonymous. And here's his story. My narcissistic mother and father, whom I now believe to be on the psychopathic, sociopathic side of things, and entered into my apartment on Sunday night. They found their way in and were here for a period of time without me knowing it. They locked me out because I had the door cracked as I was trying to communicate with another neighbor. They wouldn't open it. Wait a minute, I thought you said they broke in and you didn't know about it. They found their way in, were here for a period of time without me knowing it. Okay, they were in, you didn't know they were in there. They locked me out because I had the door cracked as I was trying to communicate something to the neighbor. They wouldn't open it. While I was locked out, they snooped around my things. It took me yelling and screaming and banging on the door in a good 5 minutes before my father came to open it. You should have called the cops. I was in such shock. I saw a Joker grin on his face, and he told me that he hated me. Seeing red flags. He sort of mouthed the words, but it was audible. He said it twice. These are my elderly 75-year-old parents. They do not live with me. I've been accepting financial help from them for a number of reasons where I believe they cared about me. So I have no more cognitive dissonance about this. I think that means the trauma bond is breaking or broken, but I'm not sure. Does the finality of cognitive dissonance break the trauma bond? I guess I have a lot more learning to do, which is fine because that's all I want to do. My parents called the cops on me. They engineered it to look like the victims and, oh, my poor son, I love him more than words can say. My parents were in an ambulance ahead of mine, but everyone was in communication through speakers or whatever. It was raining where I am. My dog ran out of the apartment upstairs in a panic. I was having a nervous breakdown. One cop, one spirit guide angel on earth, and machismo, much more stern one at that, identified the issue. He was trying to center me somehow by repeating drill-like things after him. One of them was, "You saved you. You saved you." They are doing this because they have to. He gave me his badge number and stayed with me by choice till the very next time for the nurses to take over, and not before he conveyed to them the reality. I heard hushed whispers, one nurse convincing the next by saying, "Think about it. They don't know his dog's name. They can't answer basic questions about him. And watching TV while he's having a breakdown." Stuff of that nature. So when you have these breakdowns, you make it easy. When you have these breakdowns and you become financially dependent on the boomer, on the narcissist, and you give them access to your home and you give them that kind of free range, this is what's going to happen to you. They waited 2 days before they must have known I was released. I was not in a psych ward for more than a day. 30% left on my phone, no keys, no wallet. I walked the hour walk amidst this pandemic to get a few blocks past where I lived. Thankfully, an old friend from NA had a spare set of my keys I had given her. I walked into my dog having been alone over a day. That's it, I could breathe. They didn't take her. I realize how possible it is to fall back into cognitive dissonance. When my father told me he hated me with a look on his face, I began to dry heave uncontrollably. Why? See, like, this is what bothers me. And this is where I'm seeing red flags in your own in your own behavior. And I hate to say this, okay, but I'm noticing this pattern lately when people start making references to Batman characters, and specifically the Joker. There's usually something dark there. Okay, when people start relating and use, I don't know what it is. Like, I think people try to want to be that, or try to want to intimidate people. Like, I'm a Joker, or I'm a female Joker, or I'm another, or he was the Joker. Or it's a red flag. It's a red flag, and I hate. It's gotten to the point where I hate that. And I used to love Batman, and I love the Heath Ledger Joker, but it's gotten to the point where this Joker character is just being used by people, by both narcissists and people who may have some other issues. It's not good. It's just not good. And then it's like the history, you begin the dry heave. Well, your parents are 75 years old. So I'm imagining you got to be like 30s, 40s, maybe in your 50s. And you're dry heaving over a smile from a 75-year-old man? I mean, that's histrionics. And that's the type of stuff where people in your life don't want to deal with. Now, you said you had an old friend from NA, so there's some drug issues. I mean, it seems like there's other mental issues in the past. Allowing these people into your life is only further damages your mental state. And when you start when you start letting these people take care of you financially, and then you just let other people take care of you financially, and then you just lose any sense of self-respect that you have for yourself. You got to get control of the histrionics. And I'm assuming you're a male by your email, but maybe you're a female. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming you're a male. If I had any food in my system, there would have been a huge mess. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you vomit. I feel like that was because I was staring at evil and I knew it. I just knew it all along. 7 years ago, my sister died, and they are all evil. Said father refused to answer by text messages where I asked why they were here and how did they get in. My father apologized for some text message that my mother sent, which was so gross I deleted it, and said a lot of things I don't regret, to be honest. He was trying to make her the fall guy and dodge all these simple questions. He told me he did not know what I was talking about. He begged to talk on the phone when I told him, "Be well, goodbye," and he said, "How can I be well when I get such hatred from you?" and told me he was shaking. He knows I know who he is, and he will desperately try to make it back to normal. Actually, no idea what they are capable of. I saw what they are doing. Did they overplay their hand? I wasn't in their plan, surely, for arresting officers and psych ward staff where I ended up, to see them for what they are. I begged an officer to say something that has them believe they saved me and are heroes in some way, or else they will come back. Well, here's my question. Well, then why, if you're having a breakdown, but the officer is saying that they're pushing you, why are they committing you then? And why is he committing you in the first place? Instead of this is your house, they don't live there, whether they're paying for it or not. But this is the problem. I don't know the details. When you allow these people to financially take care of you into your 30s, 40s, 50s. Like, you set yourself up for disaster. This is what you set yourself up for. I didn't hear from them for 2 days after, then voicemail 2 to 3 minutes long. I will not listen, no desire to. Keeping them for proof of the timeline from myself, and if it works for any other purpose. Getting order of protection, changing locks, no contact, no longer accepting money from them. Exactly. Except I'm scared. I have a few $100s, I have work experience, and will apply for anything I can somewhat imagine myself doing. The goal is to break free financially because they don't own me. They think they do. I know that. This apartment is under my name. Helping me, yeah, right, for a period of time does not give them access to me, but they see me as an object at best. This is so long I'm risking posting because who's going to read such a long post? But if someone does and you get it, thanks. I feel free to be rid of them, but because they know where I live and have used a neighbor of mine to covertly triangulate with me and spy on, she's a psychopath and happy to do it. There's so much more to the story, how they triangulated me with a narcissistic psychopathic neighbor who, when I first moved into my apartment 11 years ago, I allowed into my life. This old lady thought I was helping her. When I was in front of the building having a nervous breakdown outside with my dog, how my mother was speaking to this creature like they were sharing prize-winning recipes. I'm so disgusted. I've been letting them help me for so long. I have a caseworker who I'm asking to apply for disability while I bravely apply for jobs because I feel like nothing. Thank you, Ollie. When you let the histrionics take control, histrionics plus accepting financial help from the narcissist is going to land you in a mental facility every time. It's going to totally take away any control you have over your life. You got to tighten it up. You got to get control of the histrionics and the emotions. Okay? You got to. Okay? Because that's how you get people who just don't want to deal with you. And we're like, yeah, he's always been nuts. He's always been crazy. It's always been this. It's always been that. And then they call the police on you, and the police see you can't even take care. You're not taking care of yourself. You're not paying your own bill. Yada. And there you go. And you're down the rabbit hole. If you continue to accept financial support from the narcissist, it's gonna blow up in your face every single time. Every time. So don't do it. So I hope that helps. Thank you, Anonymous, for your story. Thank you, Mary, for sponsoring. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to have a private video made, or you'd just like to make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. Also, be sure to follow me on the Library Backup app as well. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance. Take care.